the testing, all the exams. It's not thousands of dollars. It's $40 for all of that. And then what's going on if we need to adjust all of that. But again, it's very.
So we are live in the studio recording our radio show, weekly radio show, and we're talking about depression, anxiety, panic attacks. If you didn't catch my earlier Facebook live feed, I'd encourage you to go to my Facebook page and watch that. I've been through this. I know what this feels like. So I want to walk you through what a typical patient, family member in our office, this is what they go through when they come in. So this one particular lady, she was taking a handful of pills. She's 55 years old when we met, but one of them was 400 milligrams of Zoloft. 400 milligrams of Zoloft. Now, if I remember correctly, I think the starting dose of that stuff is like 25 milligrams or 75 milligrams or something. So this is a nurse, 30 years a nurse. On top of Zoloft, she had had weight issues, so her hormones were all fouled up. She'd had the stomach surgery, lost 100 pounds, put 120 pounds back on, been through the whole merry-go-round, and now chewing on all these medications and facing back and neck surgery at the same time. So she hears us on the radio when she came in, because we were talking about depression, and if she could just feel a little bit better, she would be happy. You know what I mean? So you can imagine what this person looked like. She's sitting in the front of my office. I come around the corner, and her head's kind of hanging low. She's got a fake smile on her face when she sees me, and I only say fake because we know what that looks like. But she wants to be well. You could see this sort of hope in her. So that's like you said, hope. Get some hope up. She'd been through all this for 25 or 30 years, all this depression, these mood problems, 400 milligrams of Zoloft, pain like you can only imagine, one medication after another. I think it was 6 or 7 medications she was taking. And something was in her, though, that was giving her hope. And I know what that something is, and that something is God. And if you don't hear anything that Dr. Wall and myself talk about as far as the spine goes, hear this. God does not give up on you. He doesn't give up on you. Doesn't give up on us, doesn't give up on your children. He doesn't know how to give up. There's always that hope, no matter what you've been told or what you've been through. What we're on the radio for is to show you the proper path out of it. You see, the devil is out there in the world, and he doesn't want you well. He wants you to keep taking medications. He wants you to think that you're broken. He wants you to think that you cannot get well, that you're stuck with this, that your family's going to have to deal with this, and that is just a lie. That is a lie right from the snake's mouth. You can get better. No matter what the TV has said, what any doctor has told you, we have seen the most insane, sick, disastrous situations. We've seen them in people get well. And this lady's name is Jay. Hi, Jay. I know you're going to see this. 400 milligrams of Zoloft, and you know what? She started properly taking care of herself with us. She didn't have to do anything difficult. In fact, she'll even tell you she doesn't like to exercise. But she started taking care of her spine. And that was the biggest thing. She noticed immediately when we started getting her spine flowing so her brain and her body could actually communicate. So most people don't know that things like depression, a lot of those hormones and chemicals, the serotonin and melatonin, all those things are manufactured down in your body, in your gut. So your brain and your gut have to be communicating properly in order for you to have a normalized mood, in order for you to sleep right and everything. So we started working on her spine, which was all jacked up. So she came in, paid her $40. It's always been $40, I think.
Yeah, for 9 years.
Paid her $40 over the phone. Came in, she looked at me and smiled, and she goes, "I don't think you can help me." That's what she said to me. Well, here she is, like 7 years later, now 8 years later. She doesn't take a drug for anything. It took her a couple of months. I'm not going to tell you she came in on day one and all the medication was gone and she felt like $1 million. But she had the hope. We laid out the plan for her. She started getting properly adjusted, changed what she was eating, and then the insides, her hormones and everything, they started normalizing. Not only is she off all that Zoloft, she was off all that Zoloft within 3 or 4 months. She lost a ton of weight. She got her joy back. She started a new career. It took time. It took faith, a lot of hope, right? And then commitment. So are you committed to getting well? That's a huge question. Are you committed to getting well? If you're not, listen, we love you. you're not going to fit in our office because obviously we're thoroughly committed. I mean, we've been doing this radio show now for 10 years. Both of us have these huge practices in North Texas, but you've got to be committed also. We can't do it for you. You've got to call us up, 877-778-6978, 877-778-6978. Call us up. We'll walk you through the whole system. That $40 will cover your exam fee before we do anything that'll cost you any money. We'll tell you that before we do anything.